You know something? I used to think you had to live in Boulder, Colorado and sell magical healing crystals for a living or work as a freelance pet astrologer in order to drive a Subaru, but I was wrong. It turns out a lot of average folks own them too. In fact, last year, more than 180,000 people took home a new Forester, which was enough to make it Subaru's second best-selling model in America, just behind the Outback. I mean, what are the chances of that happening? Anyway, join me and let's find out what makes this small crossover so gosh darn popular. Helping it appeal to more than just hippies, the Forester is spacious inside and well made. Its cabin is premium, at least in upscale limited trim, and it's unexpectedly refined. This crossover is also affordably priced and posts some pretty solid fuel economy numbers. Thanks to standard all-wheel drive and nearly 9 inches of ground clearance, it's perfect for people that live an active lifestyle. Look at how happy they are in this stock photo. Ooh, or this one. I bet they all drive Subarus. Of course, I'd personally rather have a vehicle that helps me live a sedentary lifestyle, but that's just me. Ensuring the Forester doesn't fall behind rivals like the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Ford Escape, Subaru has made a number of improvements for 2020. The tire pressure monitoring system has been upgraded, and the adaptive cruise control now has lane centering capability. Beyond that, there's a new rear seat reminder function so you don't forget anything important in the back. The Forester is offered in 5 different trim levels. There's base, premium, sport, limited, and touring, but no matter the model you get, just one powertrain is offered. And if you were hoping for a turbocharger or a manual gearbox, you're going to be sorely disappointed, though probably not surprised. You see, behind this chrome outlined grille, you find a 2.5-liter Boxer 4-cylinder engine. It's good for 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque, and it is paired exclusively to a Lineartronic continuously variable transmission. Now, when shifted manually, it can provide up to 7 simulated imitation ersatz gears. Neat! As for the interior, there are lots of soft plastics and contrast stitching in this tester, plus the seats are quite comfortable, and overall this cabin is a lot nicer than you might expect for a Subaru, and I think it's a step up from what you get in the Ford Escape, and it might even be better than the RAV4's interior. Storage space behind the second row seat is quite generous. With that backrest up, you get 35.4 cubic feet of junk hauling room. Fold it down, that number grows to 76.1, which is a bit more than you get in many rivals. But now let's take a moment to talk tech. Front and center on the dashboard is a high-resolution touchscreen measuring 8 inches from corner to corner. Naturally, it is home to Subaru's Starlink infotainment system. Now, the usual equipment is baked right in, things like Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Now, embedded navigation is available in this limited trim model. We do have it in this particular vehicle, though there is an additional charge for that feature. Surprisingly, I like this infotainment arrangement better than the one with that massive 11.6-inch portrait display that you can get in other Subaru models. This one seems more responsive and frankly easier to use. As for safety and security, the Forester earned a top Safety Pick Plus rating from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. That is, of course, the best score that they hand out. Now, beyond that, EyeSight, which is Subaru's suite of advanced driver aids, is also standard across the Forester range. This includes things, of course, like adaptive cruise control, pre-collision braking, and lane keeping assist. This vehicle also features blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert, automatic high beams, adaptive headlamps, leather seating surfaces, 18-inch wheels, and even keyless entry with push button start. That's more features than you can shake a stick at. Believe me, I tried. Now, this is just my opinion, but I think automakers need to start introducing some anti-safety features. I'm talking about things like forward collision encouragement, swerve assist, automatic no-beam headlights. These are things that'll really help keep motorists on their toes and off their phones. Speaking of mobile devices, take your pocket computer and merge onto the information superhighway. Make sure to use your turn signal. Once you're there, head on over to the YouTubes. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the Roadshow channel, and ring the bell so you get alerts whenever we upload something new. Forester is built on the Subaru Global platform, which means it's safe, solid, and sophisticated, pretty much everything you want in a modern vehicle. For the most part, this crossover is plenty refined, the ride is smooth, though there is just a tiny bit more wind noise at highway speed than I would like. Even though it's got a naturally aspirated engine, performance is perfectly adequate. The Forester accelerates with relative ease, if not quite tire-squealing vigor. I wish it had a little bit more passing power at higher speeds, but honestly, there's more than enough giddy-up for probably 90% of customers. The engine is also quite quiet and smooth, emitting none of the tractor sounds Subaru Boxer engines have typically been known for, and I'm glad that they've finally civilized their powertrains, though I'm sure some people will miss that whole grain grittiness they used to provide. This CVT is mostly agreeable. Like other continuously variable transmissions on the market today, it will simulate gear changes under heavier acceleration to help reduce engine droning. Of course, it also boosts fuel economy. The Forester here stickers at 26 miles per gallon city and 33 highway. Not bad figures for something with standard all-wheel drive. Now, in mixed motoring, you should expect about 29 mpg combined. With a tall and airy interior, the Forester does feel a little bit top-heavy. I mean, just look at all the headroom I have, and I'm 6 foot tall. There's also a small amount of body roll when you negotiate corners, though nothing too alarming. Appealing to starving artists and other bohemian sorts, the Subaru Forester is quite affordable. The base version kicks off at just about $25,500, including $1,010 in destination charges. But even this high-end limited model with all sorts of bells and whistles, buzzers and klaxons was still quite reasonable, checking out for just $33,800. The Forester's wholesome goodness is making even jaded old Craig Cole hungry for some high-fiber granola and a new pair of Birkenstocks. I think I'm gonna go buy some incense and maybe get my chakras aligned, so I will see you next time. Or rather, you'll see me, but whatever.